welcome to the premiere of live readings with Tammy Christine, evidential medium. I am Michael. I will be moderating the chat room and assisting Tammy. And I'm now going to turn it over to Tammy to explain how this is going to work.
Good evening, everyone. It's so nice to see everyone. We are excited about tonight. We are going to do as many readings as we can. We're going to try to bring through as many of your loved ones as absolutely possible. I want to just tell you a little bit about how this is going to work tonight. I do want to say hello, Michelle. I see you. Hello, Joy. I see you. If you're here tonight, what's really, really important is that you use the chat. So comment, say hello, tell us where you're from. Come on in. Let's get everybody in for a few minutes while I just describe how we're going to do things tonight. And I'm trying to monitor the chat as well. So just be patient with me on that. Hi, Veronica. Hi, Deborah. I am still hoping there were a couple of people, my dear relatives that are supposed to hop on. So hopefully they'll get in here. But I will tell you this. The biggest important thing is do not miss your message. Okay. So when I start giving pieces of evidence is what we're going to call them. When I start giving these pieces of evidence, if you can understand 80 to 100% of what I am saying, please, let me know. Say 80%, 100%, 90%. This might be me. I think I know who this is. Whatever you want to say. But very important, super important here. Don't give me information. So don't tell me like, oh, my dad passed 5 years ago and I really hope to hear from him tonight. Because then that's what I'm supposed to be trying to help give you, like information from them so that it ties them, their soul, their presence to you, the sitter. Okay. There is something I need to discuss too before we go. Hi, Jacqueline. The kitties are here and being nosy. They're being nosy. Okay, I see it. Hi, Adrian. Mama, hello. My mom is here. Awesome. Everybody's coming in. This is great. I am just kind of starting to get it to explain how we're going to work tonight so that everyone understands. So we have the most possible best outcome in reaching our loved ones in the spirit world. So tonight, when you have something when I say something that literally you think, oh my gosh, this could be my dad, this could be my brother, this could be my grandpa, whatever it is. And I just left a lot of women out, didn't I? I said dad, grandpa, brother, and we were heavy men's side, and we didn't say anything about moms. We didn't say anything about grandmas or sisters, right? Or children. All of them included. Michael, I'm blabbering. Okay, so be very, very diligent about putting in the comments. Put in the comments what if you think this is for you, but don't tell me anything. Okay.
An example would be is to say, I can take that.
Exactly. That resonates with me. I think I can take that. I understand this perfectly good. Okay. I need to let you guys know that what happens when we do these things, where we have a group of people that are all coming together, the spirit world gets excited because they know that they can reach their loved one. And they get excited, and maybe mom comes up over here and dad comes up over here, and they're for two totally separate people, right? But mom says, oh my gosh, I was born in 1961. And dad says, oh my gosh, so was I. Well, I'm here for my son. Well, I'm here for my son. And they get really excited and they both kind of push each other to the front of the line, but the reading starts to parallel, which means there are more than one of you out in the audience that feels like, oh my gosh, this pertains to me, because they share those similarities. Okay. So if that happens, we are having what is known as a parallel reading. Okay. So all of you, even if someone else has claimed it, I need you to claim it too, because I will find who I'm supposed to ultimately be with. Okay. Another thing is a postcard. We call it a postcard. And that's because a postcard is really small and you just get a little bit of like, on vacation. Hi, I'm doing well. I'm doing great. We're having a great time on vacation. It's a little tiny snippet. In the spirit world, a postcard is when I perhaps give evidence and you're getting that evidence and you feel like, oh my gosh, this is my person. This is my dad. This is my sister. This is my mom. And then all of a sudden that information changes a little bit. And now it doesn't seem maybe like it's for you, but there's somebody else saying, oh my gosh, this is my mom. Take that information. Do not allow yourself to say, okay, yep, that wasn't for me. Take that information, because I can tell you 100,000%, as many years as I've done this now, when you take the information and you go, oh my gosh, this could be my mom, and you really like believe that and you're opening yourself up to that, it helps their energy push forward. Okay. So if you say, oh yeah, that's not, then you might be giving your reading up to someone else. So just be really, really cognizant tonight. Keep an open mind. I want you to all keep a very open mind. I never know who's going to show up. I never know who's going to be here, who's going to show up, who's going to give a message, who is going to connect with us. Okay. But we always make connections. And I want each of you to know that if you don't get a reading, a personal reading tonight, I do private readings. So you can always contact me. Another thing is, if you don't get a message tonight, I don't want you to leave here tonight thinking my loved one didn't show. They didn't care. Okay. Because that's not the way this works. It works through frequency and energy. Okay. So go ahead.
I was going to say, and also if you don't get one tonight, we are going to be doing this once a month. So you're encouraged to, maybe tonight's not the night. Maybe next month, if you come, that'll be your turn.
That's right.
So I'm just throwing it out that, do reach out to Tammy, but we also will be doing this once a month for an hour. So
yes.
there is always that option as well.
Yes. And it's hard because we're here for an hour. So I'm here for an hour. Maybe we might go over if Michael allows, I'm not sure. But if you don't get, hi Tamaya, if you don't get a reading tonight, please know that there are other ways. And then we'll be doing this again, like Michael said. We'll be doing this about once a month. And we'd like to eventually get where we maybe do some private readings and we have some people that want to volunteer, right, Michael, and kind of maybe pull them in at some point. So we're going to see how this all plays out. Finally, pets. I do tend sometimes to get pets that come into readings. Okay. It doesn't happen all the time for me, but it can happen. So also I need you to be sure to understand that when I get names, sometimes I'm hearing them clairaudiently and it'll sound like, so I might say it sounds like Peter or something like that. And I might say it starts with a P. So when I get names could actually be someone that's in the living and they're actually giving me a name, trying to get in a roundabout way to who they are, or just to show a relationship, right, between your family or someone in your family. That's another possibility. So let's get started. Do you want to get started?
I say we get started.
I'm ready. I'm kind of ready. Okay, so let me just kind of sit here for a moment and go to my place. Oh, and also, just so that you all know, I basically work through my angels, my guardians, my guides, and my ancestors. And so you may catch me at times. I automatic write, so I might be writing. I've got some paper here. I might just jot some notes or take a moment to jot something down. And I tend to kind of like look up or in weird places, and that's just me kind of trailing off. So I'm not leaving you. I'm with you. I might look ridiculous at times, but that's okay. We'll get through it. Okay. I do have a male stepping through. He definitely was a smoker. He shows me a pack of cigarettes right away. I do also believe that this gentleman would have had, because he's making me, and drawing attention to my heart. My heart started getting a little bit heavy and feeling tight. So I'm a gentleman smoker. He showed me the pack of cigarettes. My heart is getting tight. I feel like there's a tightness of my chest building. It feels very reminiscent of perhaps like heart problems or a heart attack is a possibility for the ending of his life. Okay, this is interesting. Now he's got me swallowing. We're deep into the medical right now. He's trying to bring that forward. And the left arm. This man feels like he would have been in his 70s in passing. And there's like he just showed me a really old picture frame. He had a very large family. There's got to be at least 10 people in this big, large picture frame that I'm seeing. Oh, thank you, Tamaya. That's sweet, honey.
So Rita and Adrian are both saying it could be possibly connected to them.
Okay. Also, I have to tell you, I don't know why he keeps tilting me to the right. It's a tilt to the right. Almost feels like a gate issue. And there's something with the shoes that he wore. Adrian, who am I with so far? Let's see here. So possibly Rita, which that's my mom. Hi, Nancy and Adrian. Older than that though. Okay. Mom, if this is who I think it is, no one's going to believe me because I obviously knew this person. It would be my dad. I have to tell you all really quickly a quick thing because last night I did have a visitation dream with my father. But Adrian, you get the shoes. You get the shoes, honey. You get the shoes. Okay, Adrian gets the shoes. We could probably have a parallel starting here with my dad and this man with the shoes because the shoes is like a different piece. So I'm gonna concentrate and focus on the shoes and on also the other information. Adrian, can you tell me, sweetheart, did your dad have a tilt to the right or left, like a gait problem? Is that a gait on the left side? So when he walked, did he actually kind of, I want to say wobble? And I guess I just said dad. Is this your dad, Adrian?
She says, not my dad, but she does take the left side.
Okay. Okay, and mom, keep listening. Both of you keep listening. Who understands the, this is so weird, the bird feeding with the limp, or not the limp, the gait issue, the shoes. Do you understand the bird feeding, Adrian? And Joy said, if polio wish you, I can relate. Okay. Joy, I'm not sure yet. I bought him new shoes 2 weeks before he passed. He was in a wheelchair before, confined to a bed. Okay, but when he was younger, before he was in the wheelchair, he did have the left-sided. Okay, and yes, we had a few, and we fed birds. Okay, okay. Adrian, I think right now I'm with you, but I think my dad like kind of came in and orchestrated it for a second. I don't think my dad's going away. He's one of my guides, so he's going to be here throughout. So we'll just let him kind of trail in when he trails in. Yes, we fed birds. Okay, Adrian, I'm going to work with you for a little bit, honey. So just type in the chat. Okay, on the shoes and the bird feeding. He shows me a body of water or like and I don't feel like this is an ocean. I don't feel like this is it's smaller than an ocean, but it just feels riverish. It doesn't feel huge, but I see this bench and I see two people. I see people sitting on it and like and still feeding the birds. Does this make sense, Adrian?
She says she had 17 rescue cockatiels.
Okay. But did you feed birds outside of your own cockatiels?
Or do you have water near where you live?
What, yeah, any of what I just said would be helpful. Just let me know.
She says, I have a bench by our man-made pond.
Perfect.
And yes, outside.
Perfect. Okay, yeah, because I'm seeing this body of water and it literally looks like, like a ravine or like a smaller area. It's not big as a lake, it's not an ocean, it's smaller, but there's a bench and it's very, very tight. Huge reservoir feeds a river behind my home. Perfect. Okay. This is what I'm seeing. I'm pretty sure, Adrian. Okay. Let me see if he's got. Would you understand a connection with this gentleman? It is a male. Would you understand, Adrian, a connection? He keeps giving me an A, like I know Adrian, but would there be a connection with him to August or April, any of the A months? Or you, perhaps.
She says he died April 12th.
Okay, thank you. That's what I was getting with the A months. Okay, and you know what? We're actually getting super close to his heavenly birthday. So that's awesome that he came through tonight, Adrian. I am, and the smoking. He was a heavy smoker. Did that piece fit for you as well, Adrian? Hi, Joanne. And would you understand, Adrian, the left side, like I think you had said in the chat, maybe that he had a stroke. Cool, yeah, smoke lots. Okay, and he's drawing me back to that left side. So he keeps talking about how the left side. Did he have problems with that left side after the stroke? Because he's drawing my left side down almost, like just. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Good. Good. That's stroke on left, paralyzed, weak. Very okay. Perfect. Okay. I mean, not perfect that he had a stroke. Okay. Like, let me take that back.
It's perfect that it connects.
Perfect that it's correct and connecting. Okay. I hope I made everybody laugh just then. Adrian, there's something he's telling me about with you and movement, and there's been like something he keeps saying that he keeps showing me like a wall. Okay, he keeps showing me like there's been something you've been trying to get accomplished lately, and you keep like it's like you keep hitting the wall, like you can't quite get it done. Something keeps preventing you, something keeps getting in the way of this. And he is telling me that you just keep being persistent. It will change. You will be fine. It's going to work out. Does this make sense to you? Indeed. Okay. Well, I want you to leave you with the love of this person. You know what? I haven't even gotten the relationship, and I would really like to know the relationship. Um, to me, this feels like when I said earlier, dad, of course, my dad was kind of coming through and paralleling into this reading, but I feel like this is definitely a person that you respected and looked up to. Um, an older gentleman. Okay, late husband. Okay, okay, that makes sense then. Because he feels to me like this. When I said earlier about the 70s, I mean, I know my own father passed in his 70s, but what I'm feeling about your gentleman, you said he was older, and you told me that, but I'm feeling like it's so weird because I'm getting this strange, like, was he older than you?
28 years older.
What?
He was 28 years older than
Sorry.
her.
Oh, I see it. Okay, okay. He was 28 years older than me. Perfect. Okay, that's why I was feeling more like a father figure versus a husband. Late husband was, he's a lot older. Okay, this makes so much sense. Yes, 28 years older. Okay, okay. Alrighty. And he just wants you to know that whatever this thing is that you've been just toiling away at, and it's literally like, I mean, he shows me like a wall, like you just continuing to hit your head on a brick wall, like you just can't seem to break through, you can't seem to change it. No matter what you do, the second you make a step of progress, you're pulled away because of something else that happens. And he says, be persistent. It is okay. You're going to get through this. You're going to make it through with flying colors. It's going to happen. He's also giving me kind of a time, like I don't know if this is an actual time frame, but he keeps giving me a 2 and 3, and I don't know what that means. It could be 2 months, 3 months. It could be 2 years, 3 years. I hope it's not that long because my gosh, right? I one setback after another. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So he makes me feel like it's on the short end of it though. Like this is something that you are going to get through. It is going to start getting better. Things are changing and there's movement and there's been a bit of a shift now. So you're going to be able to get by and move through this gracefully and not have so many things coming at you at a time that are dragging your attention away. Does that make sense? I'll just give her a second. Great, thank you. Okay, perfect. All right, well, I leave you with all of your late husband's love. I want to just jump back in and go back to really quick for my mom to my father, who's been patiently waiting. Um, this is the weirdest thing, and I don't even know what I know about this. So you guys were there, and my sister's in the audience too, so you guys will be able to know. But um, when we were talking with Adrian about the gate and the issue, there it's like so weird because I just saw nothing but like stepping in a hole also at the same time. Like he's been communicating as well. I saw this hole, like I stepped in the hole, I twisted my ankle or I had some issue with my ankle. So I'm going to ask my mom and I know Danielle, if you're still on here, if you guys want to chime in, was there something that happened with an ankle rolling or something like that when you all were together? Because he's telling me I wasn't with you, but there was something where he literally like stepped in a hole or rolled his ankle. And um, what's really strange about this is it seems like he was preoccupied doing something else at the time. Um, like it's a hole. We'll see if one of them can chime in on that.
She says Dad had weak ankles.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's crazy because I didn't really know my dad had weak ankles. Now it makes me feel bad. Say what is this?
Coral poisoning stepped in a cenote on a Mexico trip.
Coral poisoning. He had coral poisoning. What's a cenote?
Cenote is a
What
hole,
is
it's
it? I
like
don't even know.
where you see like really blue water in a
Uh-huh.
light blue area. The dark blue is considered a
Oh,
cenote. It's a deeper water
okay.
source.
Okay. So he stepped in like a kind of a hole then.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
Adrian says, "This sounds like my first husband 2 months ago, but he is alive."
Adrian. I think I'm. This is definitely my dad now, Adrian. But yeah, maybe. I mean, that's psychic information for sure.
This
That's
is
right.
not.
That's right, Danielle. Okay, okay. The crazy thing is like he's. I don't know what did. This is so weird. I don't know if he's taking me down memory lane, or I don't know if he is showing me things that he did that I don't know about, which would be great because that's like I would prefer that. Um, this is insane. I don't believe this ever happened. So I might be transitioning and picking up on another spirit, but I just saw driving in a go kart. You know, the kind of carts you get down on the ground and get in, and they're going around like a track or something like go karts. You don't really have a lot of protection in these. Would that make sense, Danielle and Mom? Did you guys ever go kart riding or something like that? I'm not talking about like a gator or like a golf cart or nothing like that. I'm literally talking about riding in like a go kart or a golf cart. I mean, the kind, the little go karts.
The little soapbox
Yeah,
kind of
yeah, yeah.
cars.
And you can do those
And
sometimes at like, Celebration Station or like places that have them. But
yeah.
this just seems like it was on like another. No. Okay. My sister said no. Okay. Okay, because I have a gentleman that just popped in, and he is literally in a go kart. He's going around and around and around and around and around and around and around, and he is laughing, and he's the funny thing about this is he's got I don't know if this is a toupee or he just had like kind of like did the swoop thing with his hair or whatever, but as he's going his hair's kind of flying up. What do we have here? My grandpa and I used to do bumper cars. It was our thing. Shriners go kart for parades. Joy. Okay. All right. Let me get a little more information so we can narrow down to who we're with. Does the hair make sense to you, Joy, or you, Jacqueline?
Jacqueline says, "I understand this."
Okay, you understand the hair kind of flapping, and did he have a toupee, or did he have something with his hair where it would part funny? And okay, she said yes. Okay, okay. Jacqueline, let's stick with you for a few minutes, honey. Um, okay, so this is so weird. He's having such a blast. He just wants to ride go karts forever. I don't know what it is. He's still showing me on this track. Um, okay. And an amusement park. There's an amusement park. Did you do this, Jacqueline, honey, at an amusement park? And did you guys ride like you guys remember like the log flume where you would get on and it would take you and you through the water and go down a big hill at the end?
It says Grandpa had black hair all his life and swooped it to the right.
Okay, and I was swooping to the right. I know it looks left
Mhm.
on the screen, but we're opposite mirror. So, yep.
And
Um,
we went to Kittyland.
okay. And I don't know what Kittyland is. I assume it's like an amusement park and had log flumes and things
I
of
think
that
I haven't.
nature.
Yeah, I think they are because I think I remember going to one when I was a kid up north.
Okay, yeah. Um, would you understand? Okay, she said we went to Kittyland. Joy said no hair, not hair really as had Shriner's hat on. Okay, okay. All
Yeah,
right.
Jack.
It
She
is an
says it's an
amusement
amusement park.
park. Perfect. Okay. Well, he's showing me that amusement park memory. What's crazy about this is he's not done with this amusement park still. I don't know what he is. He might be living there now. Yeah, in his head, he might be living there in the amusement park. I'm just joking, of course.
She says it was. It closed down.
Yeah. Okay. Um, there's something about the old saying, Jacqueline, find a penny, pick it up all day long, you'll have good luck. He just said that to me. I'm not sure if that's something you did with him, if pennies were important to your grandpa, but he is showing me collecting change. And he would have had a bucket or jars, something he actually collected change in. Does this make sense to you? And he keeps showing me the jars, just like, what do you call them? Mason jar type thing.
She says, yes, he collected change in a religious candle container. I still use till this day collecting coins.
Okay, religious candle container. I'm not sure what that looks like, but to me, this looks like, to me, it's like
It
I'm
could be
seeing
a
glass.
glass.
I'm seeing glass.
Yeah,
Um,
a lot of religious candles come in glass and it's painted glass. She says it is glass.
okay, okay, and I don't know if your grandpa was a Leo or he just had a thing with like and we're in March, but like oh, what's the in like a lion, out like a lamb, or what's that phrase? He keeps showing me like and he okay. I think he's getting to his demeanor. Give me a second. In like a roar. Okay, Jacqueline, would it make sense to you that if I know this is just kind of one of those random things? Did someone dress up as a lion, or like was there a game that he played with you guys when you were younger? Because he keeps roaring at me, oh, like he's being funny.
She said he would use that phrase about March every March.
That's it. Thank you. I had it backwards. Out like a lion, in like a lamb. And he would use that. Okay, because he just said that to me. And he said that to me like that was something you would immediately recognize him. Oh, wait, hold on. Is this someone else? This is Joanne. No, both of them said it. Joanne said it and Jacqueline said that he would use that phrase. Okay, perfect.
I
So
think
Jacqueline,
Joanne's just giving you the phrase.
oh, Joanne, thank you. Correct. Michael, good job. I'm back and forth with the spirit world. It's hard. It's hard following these comments. Okay, yes. Okay, so that's the phrase. Thank you so much, Joanne. I love you. Out like a lion, in like a lamb. Perfect. And yes, Jacqueline, he would use that. So this is his way to let you know, hey, it's me. It's me. This is my calling card. I said that every time. I'd say that all the time. This is just something he gave me as a piece of him. Perfect. Okay, awesome. Jacqueline, I'm feeling from him. Okay, give me a second. Would you understand, Jacqueline, a stiffness about him? I don't know if he had a herniated disc or something in his back. I don't know if there was an issue with the spine, but he's showing me this this need to almost over enunciate his posture, and that he was had a lot of inflammation in his back and stiffness, and potentially had like a herniated disc.
She commented before you started that you are spot on, amazing, and then she said, yes, he had disc problems.
Okay. He's telling me to tell you because the reason he's bringing this up, and I want you guys to totally understand, when I talk about ailments in the body, feelings I'm getting from spirit, things that they went through in life here on earth, I am by no stretch of the imagination telling you that they're still feeling that pain, that they're still in that place, that they're still hurting. Okay. They are giving me those physical attributes to help me connect with their energy so that I can bring you messages. Okay. That's just identification. Okay. But when he's giving me this information for you, Jacqueline, he's saying that you need to be careful. He's telling me that there's something about you. You're having inflammation and you're starting to have some lower back problems. Because he's making me feel it's like really low, like almost sacral, like down, really low back. And he's talking about the bending over. You need to be careful. You need to bend your knees. He says you're not doing it. He says he watches you and you just haphazardly bend over. You don't use your knees and lift sometimes, and that's why you're starting to have more problems. And he wants you to be careful because he said he did the same thing and he didn't pay attention to his tiny tweaks and twinges and little issues along the way. And as a result, he ended up having really worse problems later that really kind of kept him down. Does that make sense to you?
She says, thank you. Yes, this makes sense. I have to be
Okay.
more mindful.
Okay. And I know grandpa starts with a G. I get that. But he keeps going back to the G, and I'm not sure why he keeps going back to the G as an initial for either like a first name or a last name.
She says, I've been moving furniture.
Oh, well, he's been seeing you move that furniture then. He's
That
a
you do have to be careful with, too.
Oh, no joke. No joke. You can hurt yourself lifting heavy stuff like that, right? Um, something with the I don't know what this G is. Um, oh, okay. Jacqueline, do you have a grandson? He keeps talking about a G, but I'm feeling a younger child or a younger person. Um,
She
okay,
says,
we're probably
no.
transitioning then. Okay, okay. All right, Jacqueline, I want to leave you with Grandpa's love today. Be careful moving that furniture, girl. And I'll talk to you, I'm sure, sometime in the future. Um,
I'm trying to think if there's any furniture that starts with a G.
I don't. It's not furniture. I know that.
Oh, okay.
This is pertaining to a person. Um. Aw, Jasmine, thank you. Um. Uh. Gee, what is this G? It's a name for sure. It's like I keep wanting to say Greg, and I don't know why I want to say Greg. Let me hold on to that for a moment and get some more. If anyone has a Greg, pop that in the chat. Or maybe a Gary. Greg or Gary. G A or G R. Tilting. You're welcome, honey. You're welcome. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Veronica says my brother is Greg.
Okay. Okay. That was the name I was getting first right off.
I have a cousin Greg, but I don't know much about.
Okay. Okay. Michael, listen. Veronica, listen. Um, this is a female. And I have a female, and I also have the gentleman, the Greg. But the Greg feels like it's a living person. Does that make sense? Make sense to you, Michael? The Greg is living?
I believe he is.
And Veronica, is your brother alive? And Mom, yes, I thought of that too. So I'm trying to flesh it out and see. But there is a female that just popped in, and she did give me the name Greg. And okay.
She
Where's
says
Veronica? Did she say Greg is alive?
Veronica Greg is alive.
All right. Okay. Thank you, guys. Okay, because this female came in and she gave me the name Greg, but I know already. I mean, like Greg is in the living. I feel that. That's just a tying name or identifier. Um, okay, I need to go back. Okay, at the very beginning, I was having, when my dad first came in, I was having issues. I said the swallowing. Remember, I said, like, oh no, now I can't swallow. What is going on with the swallowing? I know who this is. Though I, again, don't know a lot about her. Very, very young age is when I ever spent time with her. And my mom had said Aunt Eleanor, and that's who I was thinking could possibly be. Um, could be a message or a shout out for a Greg. True, Adrian, that's true. And Greg, my cousin, who I don't have any clue where is in this world. We lost contact with all of them years ago. I think I don't really know how to get a hold of him, but my aunt did pass. I know she had Lou Gehrig's, which would made a sense for the swallowing for sure. What did Mom say? What did she say?
She says, sorry, I believe he's alive.
Greg is. Okay. Okay. Yeah, as far as I know, I mean, I don't know how we would even check that, but okay. So sorry. Okay. Okay. Um, okay. Yeah, there is a tie with I believe this is my Aunt Eleanor that's like literally popping in here. Yes, she posted. Yes. Yeah. Um, okay. Okay, Mom, I don't know if you know this or would know this or wouldn't know this, but it's kind of odd because Dad kind of turned around and then Aunt Eleanor turned around, but they're both smoking. Um, did Aunt Eleanor at one point in her life smoke? Or, like, I feel like she maybe quit, but definitely did when she was younger. Smoked. Yes. Yes. She's saying yes. Okay, you know what, Mom? We're gonna because she's telling me call Greg. I don't know why we need to call Greg. I don't know what that is. Um,
She
And I know
says yes. Your mom says yes, but she quit.
and that's what she was telling me. So okay, there's something about call Greg, and I don't know why we need. Maybe that's a message for me. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna let that be. Clogs. What's a clog? What's clogs?
Clogs
Clogs
are
that
wooden shoes the Dutch wear.
okay. Dancing clogs. Clogs. She just told me that she's dancing and there's clogs. I
It's a
know
thing.
I remember my aunt did do some dancing with her with my uncle, but I don't have any clue about clogs. Can you say, Mom, whether or not you knew if she clog danced? That's so weird.
I do know clogs are wooden shoes, and there are dance competitions with clogging.
Yeah. I remember ballroom and like other kind of stuff.
Your mom says square dancing.
Okay. You don't know if she ever clog danced.
They might use clogs in square dancing in some places.
Yeah, I don't know. Um, okay, well, Aunt Eleanor just wants you to know she's doing all the things she used to do. She
Oh,
she is a
she says
ball of
no.
energy. She said no clogging. There's no clog dance. Okay. um, I don't know what these shoes are she's wearing. It's funny. They're very big.
Oh, she says my mom spanked me with a clog once. It hurt.
Veronica. Oh my gosh. Okay. And you
And
know what? It would be really weird tonight. I just had this thought, and this is me just locked my brain. I just had this weird thought. What if my relatives, the visitation dream last night, maybe they're just all popping in and going, "Hey, we're going to help you like line up your people. We're going to help
that
you
could
bring
be.
people in." Because that does happen. So especially when they're my guides. So maybe they're just helping, assisting us tonight, bringing in the next person.
Yeah, your
Um,
mom says she doesn't think clocks existed then, but they've been around since the 1800s, so maybe
yeah,
not here in America, but they have been around for a long
please
time.
wear them. Yes, Heidi. Thank you. That's what I was thinking when I said clog was like the braids and the the music I'm talking about. Come on, Michael. All
Oh,
right.
I know.
um, okay, perfect. So, Veronica, I want to pop to you really quick. I want you to listen. Everyone else that was still listening, listen. You had said your mom hit you with a clog once and it hurt. That's kind of weird. Okay.
Spanked my
Um,
head.
I want to go to this clog thing because there's something about it more that they need me to understand, and we'll get there. Clog. Maybe that's the way we're getting to the. Veronica, honey, I don't know if you know this or don't know this. She keeps talking about this particular female now. I have another female here, and she keeps talking about a train, a long train. Um, this does not look like a train in the U.S. This looks like a train through uh, a mountainous area, and it travels over land between. I don't even know if it's like continents but it's a long train ride. How would this make sense to you? A long train ride. And she keeps showing me a ticket, like to get on the train. And this was a big deal to her. a very big deal to her.
She says, yes, I took a train through my city when I was adopted.
Okay. Okay. Um, would you understand also on this train ride, if you took a train ride when you were adopted, I may have your mom here because if this feels very familiar to me. Um, I've read for Veronica before, you guys, so just full disclosure. Um, Mom is talking about something like this train ride. Was there a snafu in the train ride, Veronica? Did something happen where it got delayed, or you had an extra stop? Something happened to the stop, or there was a malfunction? Something with having to stop and then restart our trip. And it doesn't feel like it, in the big scheme of things, delayed you like days or anything like that. But there would have been some kind of an extra stop or a stop that was made, and then you resumed and made it there. You don't know. Okay. Okay. And then I'm seeing a little tiny. This is like old, but it's like a little. I almost want to say like a little tiny, like old fashioned looking little tiny brown suitcase. And just very few things. There's like a stuffed animal in a hand, but then there's very few things, like a little tiny. I don't even know if I can call it a suitcase, just kind of like a tiny bag that all of the belongings were in. And I just see you being led by your hand. And she takes this initiative to say, that was the love pouring out, the love of being able to allow you to be loved. She keeps talking about that love, it was all for love. And that was the first step in allowing you to have a life and to have love and to be nurtured and cared for. Does this make sense to you? Nancy, and so smile. Sorry, I'm getting serious.
I'm kind of getting a sense that it may be the birth mother.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Veronica says, my chest hurts now, feeling sick.
Mm,
Came with the stuffed
stuffed
bear.
bear, and that's what I'm seeing in the hand is the stuffed animal that you're carrying that was came from what you had that you moved forward with. Um, I'm sorry you're not feeling good. There's so much there's so much she wants to say, and she's just pouring out this love for you and wants you to know that beyond all of this, she is fine and she needs you to be fine for her. She needs you to be okay for her. Um, and I know you and I have talked a little bit about some of this, so I'm trying to be gentle with what I'm saying also. I know you do, honey. There's like a I don't know what these weird lights are either. Like, here in the States, we have the red light, the green light. But I'm like I'm seeing all these yellow lights. I don't know if this is like still where the train depot but there's like these yellow lights and these signs. Um, but they seem very, very harsh. You know what I mean? Like they're bright, they're harsh, um, almost like blinding in a way, where you really you have a hard time looking at the light, the yellow lights.
It may be the old gas lights. They had yellow hue and could be very bright or dimmable.
Yeah. She's telling me, Veronica, you are right where you need to be, honey. Um, she's super proud of you. She's so proud of you because you are overcoming things that she couldn't. And these things that you're overcoming, um, this isn't like you're on a carousel and you're repeating, an ancestor's history past. It's not. Um, your life is yours to live. And she keeps telling me, like, tell her. She has an amazing willpower. She can do anything. Um, I'm not sure if this is something coming up or this is something you just did. There's definitely some team sport coming. There's something coming with a sport or something where you're going to be playing on a team, or perhaps you did play on a team. But it almost feels like a relay race, and I'm not sure what that is, but it's like a relay race, as if like you're swimming the relay, or where you tag, people tag out and then it's your turn and it's your turn. And she keeps showing me this as like a therapeutic means that this is something that will help you. This is something that will keep you grounded and solid. Um, so let me know if that makes sense. And then I'm going to see who else we can get here. Okay, and shout out to Mark today, Mom, because I just saw a whole bunch of butterflies flying by. I think you saw butterflies today or something. I don't know why I just saw all these butterflies and I saw his name. But shout out for a little postcard there.
Tammy, Veronica
Yep.
says she's training for a triathlon and also playing softball.
Softball. Okay, so the triathlon would be the tagging out, right? Because
Right.
don't you kind of, okay.
I think
Um,
that one, yeah, they run segments.
right, okay. Because it's stages. It's like do this, do this, do this. Um, okay, okay. Those are all great things. Oh, okay, and you're doing a 5K. My gosh, you're busy. Holy cow. All right, you're really doing a lot. That's good. Well, Mom is just telling me, and her message to you is she's with you. She's by your side. She loves you and cares for you so much. And keep being active. Active is motion. Motion is movement. Movement feeds your soul. So keep doing that, honey, okay? And I'll leave you with that. I sure will. And you tell her yourself. She hears you. Mom can hear you. Okay. All right. Let's see. Do we have time for another one?
Well, we are on the hour mark,
We
but
are.
we did do like 10, 20 minutes of introduction. So to make up the time, we can go 10, 20 minutes over. I'm fine with
Okay.
that.
I'll try to do one more. Should I do like because we have quite a few people here, should I pull like something for the collective for everybody?
I am all for that.
What do you guys think? Yes, no?
Comment in the chat room if you're okay with collective, or if someone's coming through, we can. Adrian
No,
says that
no,
went that
Adrian, I
fast.
agree. It did go super fast. which is why we're going to do it again.
And
Yes? Okay. Yep.
Cholo,
Yes,
yep,
yes.
Adrian says yes.
Okay.
Heidi says, however called is. And Joanne says, sure. So
Okay.
we're going to do it. Ooh, Deborah came in and said, open to anything. Thanks for your time.
Hi,
And
Deborah. Okay. Ooh, I like this. Yay. Whoop, whoop. Good cards. Good cards. Yay. They're not always. And those readings are tough. Okay. All right. So I kind of just pulled 3 cards. I pulled a past, present, and future. Nothing else is going on enjoying. Is going on enjoying.
I think
Okay,
she's
good,
showing them.
good. My mom's like, nothing else is going on. I'm enjoying this. And Tamaya said, yes. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I pulled 3 cards, past, present, future. So I think we've all had a really long year so far. I want to just say that up front. I think last year was a lot. And this year so far, we're supposed to be year of the horse, moving forward, galloping, dropping what doesn't work for us and moving forward with things that do. However, so far, I don't know, maybe you guys can comment in the chat, but so far my year has been much of the same. We just got out of Mercury retrograde. I lost an entire laptop during that. Big old story. We're not going to waste time, but it's been a year. Okay. So I'm ready for some good news. I have to tell you guys that there was a shift today. Not only I felt it, a lot of my friends that do mediumship also felt it. It feels like we are now moving forward. We're out of the Mercury retrograde shadow. Of course, that happens 4 times a year. Planets always go into retrograde when they revolve around. But I feel like we are now positive energy moving forward a little bit. Not to say there's not like all kinds of crazy stuff happening in the background, because we all know there is. But in your individual lives, we're all going to have ups and downs all the time. That's just the way life is. But the energy that I felt today is represented in these cards. So let's talk about that really quick. So we have first the Page of Pentacles. Pentacles are our tangibles. There are monetary worth. There are how we're going to survive, how we are going to pay the bills. We have a house over our head, like all the things that make us comfy and cozy and happy and able to deal with all those downs, right? So we start out with this Page of Pentacles, and a lot of us, I think, have been feeling that crunch, and in the past, I think we've all felt like we're more able to handle things, where we've had lower prices. God knows gas is so high, groceries, everything is just combining and hitting us so hard right now. And I think in the past we all felt more comfortable. We felt more like, oh, we can breathe a little, we can handle things. Even when they weren't the best for us, we still could make do and manage. The present right now, look, I have the Four of Wands, and I want to talk about how the wands in this are our energies. And right now in the present, people are coming together. And I know in this picture you can see there's a man and a woman, and they're standing in front of a beautiful castle. They have the laurel here around the wands, like a little arbory gate. And they're just kind of relishing their status and that they're doing well, and they're raising their arms in pride and in like they've won, like they're doing okay. But presently, I feel like the energy is building toward that. I feel like our energies are starting to actually look up, because we're lifting each other up. We're starting to support each other. We're coming together in a way, and I'm not talking about everyone, because we know that there's sides out there on everything. I'm not getting political tonight. We're not going there. Don't even try. But I will tell you that I feel like amongst the people that are truly trying to better themselves, that are truly trying to just make ends meet and do the right thing and uphold goodness and that oneness and that love, we are uplifting each other daily. Okay. So I really think that energy is starting to build a little bit because we're all tired of everybody hating each other, right? We're just so tired of all the negative. So I feel like that energy is beginning to build, and I see our future. We pulled the Chariot, and the Chariot is like called the Hero's card, okay? Because the hero gets to come home and he gets to calmly come home and have things there available for him at his disposal that he needs to thrive. So I love this card pull because it just gives me hope. It gives me hope to give you hope that we are all, just work together, be kind, hold doors open for each other, be generous, say hello to people you don't know, strangers. All these things, like one little tiny thing can make such a huge difference in a person's life that's having a bad day. And that little tiny thing is contagious and it grows. So I love you all so much. Thank you everybody for coming tonight. This has been wonderful. Michael and I are doing this again. What was our date in April? Do you remember?
I do have it right here. It is April 23rd.
April 23rd. So we'll be back here April 23rd. We will do more. Set your calendars. Keep your notifications when you see the new post. And we'll be doing this more and more. And I just want to tell each and every one of you tonight that regardless of if you got a personal reading tonight or not, please pay attention. Please follow along. We never know who's coming through, but I guarantee you, your loved ones all love you. They're all right there with you. And you don't need to worry about having them come through and speaking to me to get to you. I want you to understand that you have the ability to talk to them, and all you have to do is think about them, and they're just that far away. Okay? So communicate with them often and keep them in your heart and your soul because they have never left you and they will be right there with you again.
And something that's interesting is the middle card, the
Mm-hmm.
wands.
Yeah.
On the tower
Yeah.
is in yellow a pyramid, and you kept talking about energy.
Yep.
And
And
pyramids
that's
are
the
energies.
energy to God. That's heavenly energy, straight up. That's right. Yep.
Okay,
Well, thank
and
you guys all so much for coming tonight. I am so thrilled that you made it, and we will be here right on April 23rd, same time, same place.
yes, and message for you, Tammy, from
Ooh,
me
okay.
is my heart to you and the heart of my shows. Thank you for what you're doing.
Oh, thank you for what you're doing, and thank you for inviting me on this journey with you, and to come along and be positive and give encouragement, and I just that's all that we can all do is just try to love each other and help each other through.
Yes, and a little side note for transparency that I think everybody will find kind of humorous is Tammy has been on my shows, and she was like constantly messaging me and saying, can we do something? Can I do something on your shows?" And the timing was always we had something that we weren't able to
Mhm.
get it finite, and then this year all of a sudden something clicked, and we're like, "Hey, remember how you wanted to do something?" And she's like, "Yes,
Yeah,
let's
I
do it."
had
And
long since
that's how
forgotten
this
about
came
it.
about.
Yeah, I had so long since forgotten about it because I mean I do paranormal investigations and all this other stuff, and I'm a court reporter and a mom, and so yeah, I had totally forgotten about all of that. And thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Joy. Thank you, Mom, Danielle, Veronica, Adrian, Tamaya, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being here, Veronica. You guys, Deborah, all of you guys. Really, without you, I wouldn't be sitting here. Um,
Yes,
so
and Tammy will get this, and some of you may or may not. But go Thunder!
yeah,
It's
definitely.
just it's something that we talk about.
We lost last night, but that's okay. We're still way ahead. We're way ahead. Now,
All right.
some people are like, hey, what about my Celtics? Hey, what about my? I know.
We
But
have no favorites here, but we will always call out the Thunder.
well, we're proud of them anyway. That's because that's my home state, Oklahoma. So you guys have
And
a wonderful, beautiful evening.
yes, and on a personal note, if you guys enjoyed the intro and the outro I'm about to play, let us know because Tammy and I actually made these
Hmm.
ourselves. And so let us know what you thought of them. And so thank you all for tuning in and
Yeah.
joining us for this premiere night. Now, we will probably more likely start getting more towards a tighter hour, but there was so much information we wanted to share with you to set
Yeah.
this space for it that we accommodated it and went a little bit longer. But so thank you all for being on time. Thank you all for participating because it makes our jobs easier. And I mean jobs as in sharing our gifts with you all so much easier when you participate with us and stick with it because that means the world to us. So thank you all for tuning in and
And
just
comment.
know
Yeah.
even if you were here tonight, you can always watch it on replay and I guarantee you'll probably get more. That seems to always be what happens. So it
And
is available for replay.
And if you got a if you didn't get a message tonight, but there was something I said and you went, "Oh my gosh, maybe she's gonna go," and then it like kind of faded away. Take that as a postcard, like I said. Take that as your loved one popped in for just a second, because next time maybe they come in and it's a lot bigger.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you guys, I know. Thank you all very much. Have a wonderful evening.
Yes. And so here we go to the outro. We'll see you all in April. And if you do feel called to before April, message Tammy. Her connection information is in the description. So reach out to her. Don't be afraid to. And with that, we are going to sign out. Thank you all for this wonderful premiere. And we look forward to many more episodes with you guys. Good night.
Bye.